I know what you're asking. Allie, is that a new microphone? And the answer is no. I gave my husband his microphone back. I chose this microphone because it has a poof. Whatever that's called. If you can hear that lovely construction sound out my window, that is because they are building 2 or 3 apartments and a whack load of townhouses right outside my back door. And I literally do mean right outside my back door. If you go, there is the laneway, there is some trees, and there is a townhouse right there, right on my ass. That is neither here nor there. This video is about my anxiety and how I have been dealing with it. If you saw my last video, you will know that I have been struggling this month in March. Well, I guess it's March 31st when I'm recording this. I have no idea when this video will come out. Whenever I get to editing it, it could be the middle of April by now. Anyways, we are going to deal with my anxiety together. Welcome to ADHD Unhinged Anxiety as the world falls apart. No, that's I don't want to be an alarmist. I don't actually think the world is going to fall apart. I think there's way too many of us people fighting out there for, justice. That whole strong sense of justice and morality. It's there. It's struggling right now. It is really struggling with everything going on. So I have some unboxing to do. So let's just dive right into that. I don't know. Okay, so basically what happened is I bought a bunch of emergency supplies, except the website had way more than emergency supplies. So I'm pretty sure I bought stuff for my car. I don't know. I think I bought some medical supplies. So let's just see what I got. It's a surprise to both of us. Yes, it is 2 boxes of stuff. I realize that my anxiety might have gotten a little out of control this month. I do think that there is stuff in here that I can use, if nothing more than on hikes and camping trips. Stay tuned for that. You guys weren't here last summer. I did lots of camping. So yeah, I guess let's just dive right in to this and see what I bought. I'm not going to call it panic buying. I didn't buy all of the toilet paper at Costco. I just tried to think of what I might need in the first 72 hours is what they suggest. If anything were to happen, like the 2 earthquakes we had here recently, or, the economic collapse of the world. So yeah, let's just dive right in. Do I need scissors and do I have scissors? Great question. Ta-da! Now I have scissors. Folks, this is by no means an ad, but I do want to say that Canadian Safety Supplies is your one-stop shop for all of your emergency needs. I spent far too much money on this website and probably not enough money on this website. My head's just going to be cut off. I don't know what to tell you. A little paper ASMR there for you. We got our food tablets. It says, sorry, I need to read the English side. I know that's not very Canadian of me. SOS Emergency Food Ration, Life-Saving Craft, U.S. Coast Guard approval. I'm pretty sure these are the things, they're like wafers. They're good for 5 years. I do not have a fire extinguisher in my kitchen, so I bought a fire blanket because you can never be too safe. I'm pretty sure they were just recommended to me in a sponsored ad, let's be real. But my parents always had a fire extinguisher in the kitchen, and so, I feel like at the very least. Oh, emergency drinking water. Ooh. All right, everyone, I have ditched the stand for the microphone. Ooh. What the hell did I buy? In here, we have a 10-hour light stick. The reusable pen lights with pupil gauge. I used to have one of these from work and I would keep one in my pen case. And then I stopped working in the hospital, like in acute. They were just single use. So once the battery died, that was it. You tossed it in the garbage. Oh, and then I have my scissors for cutting fabric and, you know, things in a pinch, because in a disaster, you never know. And randomly, my waterproof matches. Oh, we have this little cute mini LED flashlight hand squeeze. Should we test this out? Let's test it out. Oh, hey, look. Oh, cool. Do you just like charge it by like pushing this? This just charges it up or something, and then you can use it. That's pretty cool. In case you don't have access to batteries, you should probably have a hand squeeze flashlight. No batteries needed, wrist strapped attached, on off switch. You know, just in case you survive. Oh yeah, this is the like fancy flashlight siren cranking dynamo and solar power FM AM SW1/SW2. It's a radio, in case you didn't know. It is a LED flashlight and a red flashing emergency light, a phone charger. It's got an earphone jack and a DC in jack. Okay, yeah, this is the one that you can hand crank, or you can charge it with solar power. So I do have one of those foldable solar panels that we would bring camping just to charge our batteries. Because, you know, what is camping if you don't have electronics or a fridge or... Oh, and then this is the free headlamp I got. Shout out to Canadian Safety Supplies. When I got my order, I got a free headlamp. 6 hours, 200 lumens. I think this one needs batteries though. What does it say? Water resistant. Don't drop it in the water, but you know, if it's raining, you're probably fine. Oh, here. 3 AAA batteries. Oh yeah, I bought a stethoscope. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I just wanted this for me. I lost the stethoscope I had when I was pregnant and I just wanted another one. I got a vehicle kit, you know, emergency supplies for your car. I have black nitrile coated gloves. Oh yeah, a bunch of first aid supplies. A little screwdriver set. Emergency drinking water. One of those cheap emergency blankets that reflects your heat back to you. Some candles, a whistle, some gauze. Oh, it actually comes with another hand crank flashlight. That's useful. Some matches. Oh, an SOS flag. There you go. Just in case people can't see me. Or, you know, if the United States wants to invade, I can just put up my SOS flag. You know, when you get stuff and then it just never fits back how you think it will fit? Yeah. I'm just going to apologize in advance if there are inconsistencies in my audio, because this microphone is, it's new. It's new to me. I've never used it, and I feel like if I hold it the wrong way, it doesn't actually pick up my audio properly. I think this is the actual emergency kit. Oh, I might need 2 hands for this. This is an entire backpack of emergency supplies, and I'm going to be honest, it weighs a freaking ton. It weighs a lot. When I bought this, I don't know if I knew it was going to come in a backpack, but that is convenient because it means that I don't have to go looking for one. I thought I'd have to buy like a cheap duffel bag or something. If I can get it open. What is with this? I think I just made the knot worse, if that's possible. There we go. I do understand why some creators have those hands-free microphones, but unfortunately I don't have that luxury, and I don't know how to get the sound to pick this up if I put it down. Okay, I'm not going to empty all of this out, but there is duct tape in here. There is more water. There are flavored oral swabs. What are those? Hospital use. Those, maybe those are like if you can't brush your teeth. I'm going to assume that it's if you can't brush your teeth. Here we go. There's going to be a bunch of glare on that, but there are some more light sticks. a pocket radio, some actual blankets, another SOS flag, hand sanitizer, biohazard waste bags, whatever these bags are. There's some masks in there, some tampons, some gauze. There are, oh, it's a whistle, some waterproof matches. There's more gloves. There is a first aid kit. I'm kind of curious to know what's in here. CPR barrier shield, bandages, first aid paper tape. That's going to be swell. The paper tape does not agree with my skin. It will literally rip my skin and blister. What is this? Oh, it's a St. John ambulance, some kind of guide. That's the French side. First aid pocket guide. Cool. So just in case I need to perform first aid that I've never done before, I can follow the guide. Hopefully they're not like actively dying. But could you like absolutely imagine if you were actively dying and someone came up and they were like, hang on, I just need to leafs through the guide. I gotta find the page on this and then I gotta read it. Rip to me. I got some more food, some more water, and I think that's it. Honestly, I don't really want to... There's a bunch of pockets in here, so I imagine you can basically take all your stuff and organize it how you'd like. Oh my god, it like tells you everything that's in it right here. Cool. Now I can go grab that list I printed off the government website that's of the things that you should have in your emergency kit, and I can vet myself and see if I bought everything on that list. There actually is more stuff in this box. Hang on a second, because there's more paper too. Oh, children's plastic bandages. Box of 50, except it's not a box. That's probably so that it fits in your stuff better. That's it. It's just paper left. I forgot that I bought the children's Band-Aid. I know, let's be real. If there's an actual emergency, any bandage will do. But when you have a 5-year-old, just get the children's bandages, okay? Just take it from me. You are going to want something to distract them, but also even for yourself. Sometimes you just need a dinosaur Band-Aid, okay? I don't know what to tell you. This box is much smaller, so it should hopefully be faster to get through. This was from the British Columbia earthquake kit site, I'm pretty sure. And I think because the kit I bought off of the Canadian Safety Supplies came with 72 hours of food and water for 2 people, and I knew that I would need extra because we do have a soon-to-be 5-year-old in the house. I'm pretty sure I bought extra food and water. I bought some extra emergency rations. These are packaged differently, but I'm pretty sure they're the same things. They are just those wafers. Eat 1 bar every 6 hours per person. Eat 1 bar every... Oh, other emergencies on land. Eat 1 bar every 4 hours per person. I guess because if you're on a lifeboat, you won't be moving as much, maybe. In reality, you should eat 1 bar every however many hours it will take for you to survive until help comes. Oh, more waterproof matches. You can never have enough of those. A much fancier radio. I think this one was still solar powered. Yeah, it's still hand crank AM FM weather radio, and I believe it could charge also with solar power. I didn't want anything that needed batteries because in an emergency situation, honestly, for example, because we just had 2 earthquakes here, if we had an earthquake, is my house even going to be stable? am I going to be digging around in the garage for batteries? Honestly, probably not. So you might be one of those people who has an organized garage, and so you could walk in and go to the exact drawer on the exact shelf where your batteries are and just grab however many you need. Or maybe you keep them in your bag and you just cycle them out every so often so that there's fresh ones in there and you use the ones that have been in there for a while. I'm going to be honest, I have ADHD, so I'm not going to do that, and my garage is a mess. It is what it is. If anybody is actually interested in seeing how some of this stuff works, because I have no idea how it works, let me know down in the comments below and I will do a tester video. I'm sure there's lots of tester videos out there, but you know, maybe you want to hear it from me. Yes, and then I did get more emergency drinking water. Honestly, if you listen to anyone who talks about emergency preparedness, they will say that food is important, but they will say that water is infinitely more important. And it's not just thinking of the water that you will need to drink, but if you are eating food or if you are cooking food, you will need water for all of that. If you are still brushing your teeth, if you are trying to wash your hair or take a sponge bath, you will need water for all of that. And in some instances, sure, you could use rainwater if it rains a lot where you are, or you could use water that might not necessarily be super clean if you're not drinking it. Oh, here they are. I thought I had aqua tabs. Aqua tabs? I do. I was pretty sure I bought some of those water cleaning tablets. And then I bought a paper map. You might not know this about me, but I have, what is it? It's like a memory palace, except for maps. Basically, when I was 8 years old, decided that it was very important for me to know the names of roads and which roads led to which place. So I started at that time making a mental memory palace of everywhere I went. So now I can drive somewhere one time and I can go back there just from my memory palace. I just bring up a visual of the landscape. It's like a digital map in my brain, and I follow the roads and I can get there. That's my special autistic skill, I guess. But my husband cannot do that. Apparently, not everybody can do that. I did not know this until I was an adult. I thought everybody just had a digital map that they brought up in their brain when they needed to get someplace, and then they just followed the digital map in their brain to get there. Go figure. So I have a paper map. This is, I think, of the entire province of British Columbia. So useful for all of the places that I have not been to in BC, which is, I mean, it's a very large province. I have been to many places, but some not in a very long time. I have not tested my memory, like, for example, driving somewhere that I have not been to in over 10 years. Like one time, I should say. If I've been there a lot, even 10 years later, I could probably still get us back there. But if I have only been there once, I don't know, fuzzy memory. And the landscape changes, do you know what I mean? Roads, construction, all that jazz. Places don't look the same, right? I mean, I should know. They're building 3 apartments and at least 100 townhouses right in my back door. So this is definitely not what it looked like 3 years ago when I moved here. And then I have an emergency wool blanket. I bought this to keep in the car. We do travel a lot. My in-laws live a fair distance away, so I wanted to keep a wool blanket in the car just in case, you know, something were to happen. And then we've got the emergency blankets and we have the emergency wool blanket. I do keep some other blankets and jackets in there also, but I'm just an anxious person, so I would rather be over-prepared than under-prepared, as you can probably tell from the amount of stuff that I bought. And I'm probably going to have to clean this up now and organize it a bit. I'm probably going to have to cut that screwdriver out of the plastic to fit it back into that vehicle kit. I think that is the video for today. If you like this content, if you don't like this content, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz that they tell you to do on YouTube. Check out my Patreon if you want to see what I do over there. I've recently gotten rid of all of the deadlines. I do fun stuff over there. I read spicy stories. I read extra spicy stories. I want to start a snail mail postcard thing over there. I have it in a higher tier right now. I honestly, stamps just cost a lot, and then the postcards and having to like handwrite everything, it's a thing. Anyways, it would be really cool though to send people mail. I really love doing that. And so yeah, if any of that interests you, if you want to see any behind the scenes stuff, I honestly haven't figured out what behind the scenes looks like, but yeah, probably a photo of this mess. I have a Discord, so yeah, check it out if you're interested, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!